This video will help you to find the literature you need for your essays and dissertations by choosing the best search terms and creating an effective search strategy. First, you need to be clear about the main topics or concepts that you want to find literature about, as these will form the keywords or phrases that you may use as your initial search terms. For example, imagine your topic is how relevant is Shakespeare in today's multicultural society. Here, your major concepts are likely to be Shakespeare and multicultural. Before you start searching for material on this, it's important to consider whether there are any possible synonyms or related terms for your topics. Otherwise, you'll miss literature on your subject that uses slightly different language. You need to think about synonyms, related or broader terms, and any alternative spellings. For example, possible alternatives for Shakespeare could include Shakespeare's, Shakespearean, bard, or even broader topics such as Elizabethan theatre. And possible synonyms for multicultural could include culture, race, racial, ethnic, or ethnicity. It's important to keep a note of all your search terms, as you'll keep coming across new terms as you carry out your research. You also need to consider how to combine all the search terms and topics you've identified. Search logic helps you to make sure you do this effectively. When you're searching by your keywords or subject terms, you want to make sure you pick up on all possible variations and alternatives for the same concept. To do this, combine your search terms with OR. This will do a broad search, finding any of your search terms. So a search for Shakespeare or Shakespearean will find either term. And your searches could be Shakespeare or Shakespeare's, or Shakespearean or bard, or Elizabethan theatre, and multicultural or culture, or race or racial, or ethnicity or ethnic. When you've considered all the synonyms and variant terms for each search term, you'll want to combine your topics to find just the research that covers both or all of your search areas. To do this, you then combine your search terms with AND. This search will narrow your search results to just material that contains both concepts. So here is how your search is looking now. The search terms for each separate concept have been grouped together with brackets. This means the database will look for all variants of Shakespeare and of multicultural separately first, before combining the two sets of results with AND. If you didn't use brackets, the database would run the search from left to right, so you would end up with material that covered Elizabethan theatre or multicultural, but not both together. Here's how your search would look in MLA, one of the major arts databases. Notice that if you use the advanced search option, you don't need to worry about brackets, as the database search boxes allow you to easily group your search terms, and they guide your use of AND and OR to connect your terms. Notice too that if you're searching for a word that could have multiple spellings or endings, a good way to do this is to use a truncation mark, which is usually an asterisk. You put this at the end of the stem of the word, for example after RAC for race, so it picks up on all possible endings, such as race, racial, racist, etc. You now have some tools to help you choose your search terms, decide how to combine them, and what techniques to use when searching. For more help, see the subject support pages on the library website to find out how to contact your academic support librarian.